and I said, look, why doesn't the private sector come together rather than come to us as Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Kenya whatnot, just come together one body because we're one government so that our discussions can become more efficient. The speech I'm going to give today, Your Excellency, is a summary on of this remittance that we have as we mark the 20th anniversary of KEPSA. Today, December 2024, KEPSA marks its 20th anniversary. Formed as a Kenyan umbrella organization to bring together local businesses and connect them across the globe, KEPSA has made great strides. KEPSA was formed in 2003 as part of institutional reforms under the National Rainbow Coalition (NAC) government, after Kenya had slid systematically into the abyss of underdevelopment and hopelessness in previous years. Premised on the development blueprint of economic recovery strategy for wealth and employment creation, KEPSA came into being to give a voice to the business community at the policy table. NAC recognized that this important constituency would be instrumental and responsible for the recovery by generating wealth to create jobs. By the way, as a parenthesis, civil society almost killed me for talking about creation of wealth and not talking about poverty reduction. So I said, you cannot reduce poverty if you don't create wealth. You cannot create employment if you don't create wealth. So the two are interdependent. So we must think of wealth creation before we think of poverty reduction or employment creation. Today, the vision of creating KEPSA is self-evident. In an economy that registered 7% growth from 2003 to 2007, from a negative 0.2%. This recovery also resulted in Kenya being able to rely entirely on its taxes to meet its recurrent expenditure needs without any appetite for debt. But what has KEPSA itself achieved? In commemorating this milestone, some of its achievements are the following. It has grown its membership to 64 business associations in Africa and 283 corporate members alongside a significant number of small businesses, constituting 90% of its membership that they have helped to innovate and grow. 2, effective public-private dialogues with the presidency, cabinet committees, ministries, judiciary, legislature, county governments, resulting in Kenya's rise from 136th in 2015 to 56th in 2020 in ease of doing business ranking. 3, thought leadership and insights to complex public policy issues through seminal papers, CEO surveys, PPD presentations, and national business agendas. 4, essential partner and instrumental implementer in Kenya's socio-economic development transformation from least developed country to lower middle-class income country status. 5, influential in the policy formulation and successful implementation of successive national government development strategies from 2003 to 2022, resulting in Africa's most successful public-private partnership for national development. 6, KEPSA's partner organizations are well placed to support business across dozens of sectors from every corner of Kenya, and the growth in membership is a statement to this. KEPSA's public-private dialogues, global networking, and establishment of the KEPSA Foundation are some of the notable programs that continue to support businesses in various sectors, from subsistence agriculture, SMEs, to AI, with practical advice and trustworthy connections. Their unique combination of local knowledge and global reach has meant that many SMEs are beginning to access international markets and grow their business further and faster. But how has KEPSA been helping businesses? With 90% of its membership being SMEs, these companies have benefited from personalized business advice that has helped them to enhance their international potential. KEPSA thought leadership, tapping into the collective thinking of its membership, has been instrumental and influential in this regard. Secondly, a significant number of SMEs have made critical growth-oriented international business connections through KEPSA-led initiatives, such as inbound and outbound trade missions and brokerage events. Many of KEPSA members are experiencing vertical growth, that is from SMEs to middle-sized and ultimately large companies, from tailored innovation support services and strategic partnerships locally, regionally, internationally. But KEPSA faces certain challenges. And these are insights I've gotten from business community in Kisumu. First, power quality. The community experiences frequent power outages that affect production. Two, infrastructure. Roads, Kisumu, Londiani Road project has stalled. North Airport, Sabuni roads are in bad state. Sugar Belt roads are not motorable. There is also the issue of insecurity that as a county government we are very concerned about, and we are working together with the national government through the county commissioner's office to deal with this issue. And further, tax and regulatory environment is unpredictable, affecting long-term planning. There is a need to simplify the local tax administration. These challenges from Kisumu are said to be experienced by the Kenyan business community, as they all relate to roles that are the responsibility of the national government. What is KEPSA's future? I will just speculate from the point of view of not being a member, but looking at what you do. Notwithstanding KEPSA's short existence, many companies have benefited from its support. Companies across Kenya and beyond find it a reliable partner with a proven track record in helping them achieve their growth ambitions. Building on this success, KEPSA's overarching goal in the future is to improve Kenya's global competitiveness by continuously improving the business environment. The private-public dialogues, together with thought leadership, will be enhanced in a quest to achieve Kenya's competitive agenda, anchored around, one, ensuring that the cost of material inputs for businesses offer competitive advantage to Kenyan companies by reviewing the cost of compliance that take the form of administrative costs, taxes, and regulation. Secondly, efficiency of utilities, water, energy, telecoms, as Sakaja said, in their distribution, consistency and reliability of service provision. Institutional policy and regulatory burden significantly increase the cost of service delivery, which the utilities pass on to their clients. And three, supporting high productivity by evaluating and reviewing labor costs compared to East Asia, that is emerging as commanding the global growth market in the next decade by 50% against price increases and political uncertainty in Eastern Europe and the Middle East. And four, trade and logistics that facilitate competitiveness, ensuring that inbound and outbound national transportation networks, roads, railways, ports, airports, marine, and so on, attain cost efficiency by improving facilities for production, e.g. special economic zones, industrial parks, export promotion zones, urban and peri-urban industrial areas, and so on. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, affordable cost of finance to spur business growth, targeting the export market. This will include examining capital and operational expenditure, financing of trade facilities critical in the drive for competitiveness and openness of the market. I do believe that KEPSA will champion the growth of this economy, Kenyan economy as a whole, if indeed, as they have done and as their program shows, and I look at it very carefully, all these initiatives are successful. I thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry, being partly a professor and a governor, when I got opportunity to speak as a professor, I take too long. Pole.
Another round of applause for Governor Nyong'o. Thank you very much, sir. And at this point, Your Excellency, I would like to now call upon the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, Honorable Salim Mvurya, who will in turn invite His Excellency the President. Karibu sana waziri. Tumpigie makofi tafadhali.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellencies, Governors, Nairobi County and Kisumu County, the Chair of KEPSA, Dr. Bedi, and also the CEO, the Executive Board, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, allow me, before I invite you to speak, to just make a few remarks, especially now that this is a celebration for 20 years. So I want to congratulate KEPSA for the 20 years anniversary, because in 20 years you have really made a huge contribution to the development of our country, and especially economic growth. As a ministry, Your Excellency, we have had a very close engagement with KEPSA, and KEPSA have been very responsible for the Finance Act of 2023, where a number of issues that they had raised were included, including the Finance Bill of 2024. And Your Excellency, even now as we discuss the tax laws, which are very critical in ensuring that we have a much more predictable investment environment, and also the Business Laws Amendment Bill. All these pieces of legislation, Your Excellency, have a very big input from KEPSA. I also want to recognize KEPSA's contribution to the implementation of Vision 2030 and also the National Plan. And as a ministry, we will continue to work with you so that we enable a much more friendlier business environment. Your Excellency, one of the areas that is also very critical is also to acknowledge and appreciate that within your transformative agenda, Your Excellency, you have created new horizons that KEPSA can also benefit and also take advantage of, especially on matters of the digital and creative economy, which is a very new area in terms of technological investments. The other areas of special economic zones, export processing zones, the county aggregation and industrial parks are providing new opportunities for investment within the KEPSA fraternity. So as a ministry, we will continue to work together with KEPSA to ensure we tap their experiences, because they are the ones who have a lot of experience in most of the government policies. And in that regard, therefore, we will have policies and other administrative decisions that resolve most of the issues that KEPSA is facing at the moment. Your Excellency, I also want to say that on matters national unity, it is not a political project. It is an effort by His Excellency to ensure that we also have a sustainable and very stable environment in our country. And I would want to urge all of us, even as we are in the private sector, we support His Excellency as he continues to engage broadly to unite the country and also within the framework of the broad-based government. Finally, Your Excellency, we are also working towards ensuring that we narrow the gap between foreign direct investment and also domestic direct investment, so that we can provide opportunities for both investors to enjoy incentives and benefits from our country's policies and legislation. Your Excellency, I want to end there, but just to say congratulations to KEPSA for this achievement. It is not a mean feat. 20 years is a long time. I'm sure you have faced a number of challenges, but again, a lot of opportunities have come into fruition. And going forward, we will work with you to ensure that you continue to realize. Request you to be upstanding as I invite His Excellency the President to make his remarks. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa Rais.